Hey everyone, I'm Klloo. New snapshot, new digs, but this is what I want to talk about. No, there's actually something a little bit more exciting in the snapshot, at least to me. So what is it? Right, so we've got the patch notes here. Of course, there's the new smithing templates, netherite equipment, armor trims, yada yada. You've probably heard about it enough already. There are a few more exciting things. So commands. New relation available for execute on or origin, which I assume is for bedrock, because I believe that's what they do, right? Or you can actually type in origin. Anyway, we've got shooter, thrower, source of effects, igniter, summoner. There's actually more than they list here as well, which is quite interesting. I don't know if they've always existed, the other ones I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to treat them as new. So what do they actually mean? Well, these allow you to execute as, say, an arrow, and then detect who shot the arrow. You can execute as an item and detect who threw the item. Really, really useful. And we'll get into why in just a second. Right, so what exactly do we have? Well, if we do executes, and now we have on, we can see we've got a whole list of choices now. So we've got attacker. Not too sure how attack is going to work. How it can actually detect who's attacking, maybe the last person hit you. Controller, also an interesting one. But, okay, Leisha. So, say there is a llama and a person's taking home. You could make it explode. That's a bit extreme. Okay, sorry, Origin was part of here. And I assume just supersedes all of them and will always just... Essentially, the way in my head this works is it matches their UUID on whatever the item is. So, for instance, if you shoot an arrow, it's got the original owner's UUID, and that allows you to track who shoots it. This just circumvents that and gives you a quick way to actually target them. So, attacker, controller, Leisha, origin, owner. Interesting. Shooter is not here. Can I type it in? No. Okay. So, I'm going to assume they're a work in progress. Targets is also another interesting one I don't understand how it could work, but it must. Okay, so passengers. So, if you're in a boat, minecart, on a pig, horse, you can use passengers, so you can execute at all horses, and then if they have a passenger, you can make them explode. Anyway, why don't we set something up, and I'll show you exactly how they should work, at least in my head. Again, I haven't tried them, I'm just speculating. Right, horse, ride him, enable it, and... Interesting. Doesn't like at. If I do as. Okay. Why doesn't it like... Wait. Why is nothing breaking? Why doesn't it like as? I guess I can just do both. Can you just do that? No. Of course not. At. Yes. Right. Now we blow up together? Yeah. Oh, now it works. I guess because they were in a block. Anyway, I did what I said. You ride a horse, you blow up. Main block didn't blow up either. Curious. But yeah, so that's basically how the command functions can work. Is you can now chain stuff together. So you can have all these different cause and effects. I really want to play around with shooter. Don't understand why it's not quite there. I guess you use Origin. That's the new one. I really got to check if these are inbuilt. Because obviously Origin is listed as the big one. And I assume this would be shooter. So, okay. Let me just set up... Well, I can just use the same thing. Execute as... arrow. Perfect. At... Yep. On Origin. Run some of the TNT. Does this work? Bow. Arrow. Yeah. Don't know why I did both of us, though. I guess it counts the... Well, no, I'm executing at the arrow, so the arrow's shooting. And the arrow's not being exploded. That's a fun way to dig. Let's just, you know, stop that. Cool. yeah, so you can detect when something's shot. I guess the on isn't quite what I was picturing. Maybe because I'm doing the at, but if we don't run at, then it executes at the command block, obviously. So I wish it would make the origin the new selector. Oh well, that's basically it. That's what I want to talk about, is the new commands. It would have made a lot of the systems I've already built a lot simpler. So for instance, my arrow system, I have to run a command chain to detect when the arrow is shot, and then run a command chain to exclude like that hitbox, so it can't hit the player. So normal arrow, my special arrow, but obviously I could just detect origin and then scan the player's inventory for my special items to give the arrow its effect. Oh well. Any other cool ones to sort of that we can ponder on? So there's vehicle, owner. Owner. That's an interesting one. Okay, so attacker obviously means whoever hit you. Controller. That one I don't get. Leasher. If you tie something to a leash. Origin must be all the ones they talked about. So shooter, thrower, potion effects, and summons or whatever. So evokers who summon vexes was their analogy. Passengers, we went over that. Horse riding anything. Target. Target's a curious one. Maybe whoever you have your crosshair on. And then vehicle would be what you use for minecarts, since they're not... Well, technically they count as passengers too, aren't they? Anyway. Obviously I'm more excited for the command stuff than the shiny new armor. That doesn't actually serve a purpose. Well, it restores the diamond balance, sort of. Not really, but sort of. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See ya.